March 10, 2013. This is social lesson number 7, raising partner's major to game with a maximum hand, or at least making an invitational bid with a medium hand. Well, greeting bridge friends, Michael here at Bridge Hands, and welcome to another lesson taking a look at raising partner's major. Now in this situation, we're going to take a look at our prior lessons where we learned it takes the partnership 25 or more points to make either a major suit game or 3 no trump game. Now we also discovered the benefits of using losing trick count to improve hand evaluation once the partners have found a major suit fit. Opener's losing trick count for mini, meaty, and maxi hands is 7, 6, or 5 losers. Now responder uses cover cards, and for them the mini, meaty, and maxi is 2, 3, or 4 cover cards, aces and kings. So when both have medium hands, opener's 6 losing trick count minus responder's 3 cover cards equals only 3 losers. Accordingly, 13 possible tricks, subtract 3 total losers is 10 winners. And with 6 tricks for a book plus 4 more, that is a perfect time to make a 4-level major suit game. But not so quick. We don't jump right to 4 spades when we have game values. Well, naturally, to play a major suit game, the partners need to have an 8-card or longer fit in hearts or spades. Playing standard American or other modern methods, opener begins with a 5-card major and responder shows support with 3 or more in the trump suit. However, when the opener starts in a minor suit, clubs or diamonds, lacking a 5-card major, now then the responder can bid a major with as little as a 4-card major and 6 or more points. Now the opener can, on a rebid, support responder's 4-card suit with 4 in the major themselves, again totaling 8 or more cards in the major suit, since the responder might have had 5. So if a golden fit is an 8-card major suit, when the partners have a 9 or longer trump suit in the major, it must be an even more precious metal or other gem, right? Worth extra tricks. Well, okay, let's take a look at losing trick count. As we at Bridge Hands have been espousing for some time now, in our lessons, the prerequisite to losing trick count is that 8-card partnership fit, such as 5 and 3, or the 4 and 4, or maybe 6 and 2, where I've made a preemptive bid and you've got a great hand. And to be sure, a 9-card combined trump suit should be worth an extra trick. Yet sometimes our trump suit is so good on our own that we want to use some other methods. A good method then to see as if your suit stands up on its own is to use the suit quality formula. Now suit quality equals the honors plus the length. That's 2 good honors and 7 long, or 3 good honors and 6 long. So when your suit quality is 9 or more, you can immediately begin counting your losers even when your partner has not supported your terrific major suit. Now from our prior lessons, recall that the ace, king, and queen are not losers, except that is where it's queen third on a side suit. And anything beyond the first 3 cards are not considered losers for the opener either, since we assume the suit will be promoted after pulling trump. As we mentioned, an average minimum opening hand is around 13 points. And with an average 5, 3, 3, 2 shape, the suits, that should equate to about 7 losing trick count for that minimum hand. However, when you have better shape, such as a 5, 4, 2, 2 shape, or maybe a 5, 4, 3, 1, singleton somewhere, or in a lucky day maybe 5, 5, 2, 1, 2 5-card suits, or even better, a 6, 4, 2, 1, your seemingly minimum hand is often worth an extra 1, 2, or maybe even 3 tricks. So rather than lamenting about holding another so-so 13-point hand, using the suit quality prerequisite, your losing trick count can drop from, with a minimum hand, 7 to maybe 6, or perhaps even 5 losing trick count with a very shapely hand. Thus, if partner makes a suit bid or no trump call, showing perhaps 2 cover cards or primary honors, that's aces or kings, your 5 losers minus partner's 2 cover cards for their minimum bid equates to 3 total losers, or less if they have more. No more wondering if you made 10 or more tricks when you only held 13 points with a great shape and your partner only had a minimum bid. Now we're going to take a look at responding with game values. Going way back to the 1930s when responders jumped way up to 4 of the major suit level, the game jump was considered weak preemptive bid with lots of trump and little else. In other words, slow, forced bids shows extras, while very fast bids that instantly arrive at game show weak hands with no interest in slam exploration, even when partners opens with a strong hand that could only maybe have 4 losers. So when the responder jumps to 4 hearts or 4 spades in partner's suit, the hand should not have 2 primary honors, aces or kings. That, along with a short suit, the responder could maybe provide 3 cover cards if they had an ace and a king and a short side suit after all. And using our nifty losing trick count calculation, 4 losers minus 3 cover cards would yield only 1 loser. And we would not want to see our partner miss slam when it turns out that our hand turned up with 3 plain tricks, right? Okay, now let's take a closer look at the 2/1 bids when playing standard American. Now right away, let me be the first to profess that not everyone will agree on some of the rebids after a responder makes a 2-level response in a new suit after their partner has opened at a 1 level in a major suit. Now I suppose if most professional bridge players use standard American system themselves, then all of this would be worked out, but such is not the case. So as we go through some of the permutations with opener and responder rebids, I will try to give you my own take on some of the areas where partnership agreements are needed. Okay, so first off, when the responder makes a 2-level bid in a new suit, a new lower ranking suit that is, in most every situation, that call promises a rebid. Think about it for a moment. Opener has 12 or more points and responder promises 10 or more points, so the pair have at least 22 points and likely more. Looking at it from the perspective to make a part score contract, even with this minimum valuation, the partner should be able to make either a 2 no trump or 3-level suit contract where they have an 8-card fit or maybe even a 7-card fit on a bad day. And if either player has a few more points beyond the lower level for their bid, let's say 25 or 26 points, the pair should be able to make a 4-level major suit game with an 8-card fit, or if not, a 3 no trump contract. Lacking that fit, that is providing, of course, they have a stopper in the unbid suits. Now then, let's take a look back at the situation after responders 2-level bid where they are not required to make a rebid. Are you ready? Okay. When the opener begins 1 heart or 1 spade and the responder makes a 2-level bid in a new or lower ranking suit, clubs or diamonds, and the opener rebids to no trump, that bid specifically shows a minimum with no more than 12 or 13 points, including distribution. Probably it's going to be a 5-3, 3-2 shape if they're rebidding to no trump. As an example, the bidding might go 1 spade, 2 clubs. Should the opener bid any other suit other than 2 no trump, then that bid by the opener is forcing 1 round. In other words, the responder's 2-level bid in a new lower ranking suit always promises a rebid, except when the opener rebids to no trump. Now, of course, with 12 plus points, responder can still wisely bid game, probably 3 no trump, without a major suit fit. If this is still just a little bit fuzzy, hold on just a moment. We'll have lots of bridge hand examples here at Bridge Hands to illustrate all of this. Okay, so responders bids with game values. Now then, whenever responder is an UPH, an unpassed hand, that bid is forcing for 1 round, meaning their partner must DSI, do something intelligent, and conjure up some kind of a bid or rebidding, maybe even no trump. Let's start off with a contract 1 spade, 2 hearts. Like when the opener begins with a 1-level major suit call promising 5-card suit or longer, when the responder bids 2 hearts after opener's 1 spade call, the responder is also promising a 5-card or longer suit in that major. Now, dating myself to the good old days of the thrifty retail stores where some things were sold for 5 or 10 cents, a la the 5 and dime stores, we can affectionately call responders to heart call as the 5 and dime bid. That is at least 5 cards in length and at least 10 or more points. But just like the opener, when they don't have a 5-card major and they perhaps only have 3 or 4 in a minor suit and they open 1 club or 1 diamond, the same could be true for the responder when they make a 2-level bid in a minor suit. Now, true, it certainly could be that it's a 5-card or longer minor suit, but then again, responder might be making a temporizing bid with a convenient minor suit. After all, as responder, we might have 12 or more points and 3 cards in partner's major suit. The auction could go 1 spade, 2 clubs, 2 hearts, 4 spades, where responder belatedly shows a trump fit and game values. Now recall that bidding 1 spade, 4 spades would also show a 5-card trump suit by the responder, but with poor strength. In responder's hand, something less than an ace and a king in strength. Of course, bridge players love to have candy, special conventions like incantations that artificially describe special hands. A good example is a convention that some advanced players like to explore slam by bidding 2 no trump after openers 1 heart or 1 spade call. So while lots of standard American players only play 1 spade, 2 no trump is forcing a game without a fit, others like the Jacoby 2 no trump artificial conventional bid to show game plus values of 12 or more points plus 4 or more cards in opener's trump suit. Now how about that? Now they figure that lacking this hand pattern, they could always go ahead and make a 2 club or 2 diamond temporizing bid and then make a jump rebid to game in partner's major. So they save the Jacoby 2 no trump rebid to promise 4 trump and 12 or more points with at least mild interest in slam. Then there is almost everyone's favorite slam convention. Enter the ace asking 4 no trump Blackwood bid. Now back in the old days, Eastleigh Blackwood, he had a bid he called the Wormwood. He didn't want to call it in his name because he worked for an insurance company and thought that wouldn't be too cool if his bosses knew that he was gambling and playing bridge. So he called it the Wormwood. He tried to get a patent on it, and the patent office says, no, sorry, we don't give patents for bridge conventions. So, okay, it became Blackwood. Eli Culberson had another idea, but everybody loved this Blackwood bid so much it became one of the favorites for looking for slam. Now later in this lesson series we will spend a few minutes describing these conventions. Well, okay, not to confuse the situation, but let's say that after partner opens 1 heart or 1 spade, the right hand opponent made a takeout double promising 12 points or more and asking their partner in the advancer's seat to make a bid. Well, after 1 heart or 1 spade, a double. In this situation, after the right hand opponent doubles, you can have a wide range of optional calls when you have good values. Now obviously, passing is the last thing on your mind, so I suppose you could redouble, which shows 10 or more points and implies no fit. Okay, so if the bidding goes 1 spade, double, and you make a 2 no trump call, many like to play this as a support raise, or better, showing 3 or more trump. Recall that you could redouble to show 10 plus points and no fit, right? Then responders 2 no trump must be something other than 10 to 12 points and a stopper in right hand opponent's suit, since they have not bid any suit. So after 1 spade and then a double by the right hand opponent, here your 2 no trump call would show 10 plus points and 3 or more spades. Now true, it is a bit confusing how responders 2 no trump call can mean different things depending upon whether or not an opponent passed or made a takeout double. But Mom never said life was always easy, right? Okay, yet if you and your partner are happy enough playing straight bridge without any conventions, more power to you all. And in that case, I suppose all responder to no trump calls have the same meaning, however you care to play it. Inviting or forcing to game, depending upon your style and agreements. So finally, when as responder you dare to bid the same suit as your right-hand opponent, this is called a Q bid, or perhaps lunacy if your partner has never seen this type of strange bidding before. So we'd want to have partnership agreement. So here's yet another artificial call, and it is absolutely forcing bid. So after one heart by myself, one spade by your right-hand opponent, when you bid two spades, this is another artificial call to make a bid that shows support for partner's major suit. Well, okay, bridge friends, on our first hand south is the dealer and has a very nice hand. It's a 5-4-3-1. We like that type of shape. So we have king, queen, 8-7-6 in spades. There's 5, and one distribution is 6. In diamonds, ace, king 3 times. 7 and 6 is 13. Queen, 10 spot, nice. 4 times in clubs, it gets us up to 15. And a singleton, baby heart, 15 points, 5 spades, opening 1 spade. Over to the west hand, it's a 5-3-3-2 shape. And they have ace, king, jack 5 times in clubs, very nice. But not too much else. 10 third in hearts, jack 3 times in diamonds, and 2 spades. No, not enough for an overcall. Maybe if you had a king extra, you might come in with 2 clubs. Even if they were in 3 no trump, you'd have good lead direction, wouldn't you? Okay, to north, here's a flatter hand. It's a 4-4-3-2 shape. 4-4 in the reds. King, queen, jack 4 times in hearts. Nice. Wish it was a 5er. Oh well. There's 6 points. In clubs, 2 babies. In diamonds, queen, 10, 9, 8. Nice body cards. So 6 and 2 more is 8. And ace, 10, 9, and partner's spade suit. That's 12, and we'll give 1 for distribution as dummy with that club doubleton. So we have nice working honors, good intermediates, even good cards in trump suits. So we don't want to go 4 spades. Remember, that was a weak bid showing 5 trump or more and little points, only 1 cover card. So we're going to temporize, and we can't go 2 hearts. We don't have 5, even though we like that suit. Certainly not clubs, so it's going to be 2 diamonds. Later on, we'll go ahead and talk about our spades. Over to the east hand, another 5-3-3-2, 5 hearts to the ace, jack third in spades, and doubleton clubs, 3 small diamonds a pass. Okay, over to the south hand again. This is tough. Let it not be said that we at Bridge Hands always give you easy bridge hands. This is the kind of things you'll probably see at the table, so oh well, we might as well deal with them here too. Now, 2 no trump, remember that was a weak hand, and with 14 high, 1 distribution, that's not our call. Well, we could go 3 diamonds, I suppose. We'd like to have 4, wouldn't we? But ace, king, third, not so bad. Or we could do 3 clubs. Now we're going to the 3 level. We're breaking into another barrier up to the 3 levels, so we'd like to normally have some extra points, about a king more than our opening. And we're within about a point of there. So I'm not sure either one of them is perfect. You're asking me what I should do? Well, if I'm playing with my future mother-in-law, I'm going to bid her suit 3 diamonds. If it's the future father-in-law, we're going to have a couple drinks and talk afterwards. He's probably okay with this, so I might even be influenced by what type of a partner I'm playing with. But 3 clubs or 3 diamonds is the right bid, and after we do, it goes back to north, who fortunately is going to bid 4 spades. Comes around to us in south. No, we don't want to go any further. We do have a fit. We could use our losing trick count. Our losers are 1 in spades, 1 in diamonds is 2. Well, there's 2.5 there in clubs because we do have a connected 10. So that's 4.5. Heart 5.5. Our partner, they didn't want to go any further, so they don't have 4 cover cards. So yeah, we're going to just pass. No need to go beyond 4 spades. Okay, so the opening lead pretty clearly from ace, king, jack, 5 times in clubs, it will be the ace of clubs. Now, some of you may want to play king from ace, king. That's okay. Whatever your partnership agreements. Modern way is to play ace from ace, king. And we play low in the north hand. They go with a 9 from 9-8, good, giving count and showing attitude that they want that suit continued. And we in south played the 6, I suppose we'd go the 7, maybe even the 10 with the double 10 and dummy. Probably could false card, but I don't think it'll matter much. So they see the 9 from the east hand, and West continues with the king. Completing the echo, 9-8, looks like a double 10, so it looks from West's point of view that it's a 5-4-2-2. They see 2 in the dummy, they see high-low. Okay. So they could go to another suit, or they could continue the suit, couldn't they? And I think continuing the suit with ace 10-9, if the East has something higher than the 10, do they want to go up with the ace or not? Yeah, test their mettle, see what they want to do. Now, if you wanted a high or a low card, you could play a high or a low for your third club, either a jack, which is not going to get you a trick, or a low. If you have an advanced East player, they probably know, well, you didn't have 12 points or more, you've already shown 7. So at this point in time, yeah, I think they would be aware of the fact is that you're not looking for an attitude, because there was 12 points in the dummy, 12 or 13. They've got 5 over here in the East hand. Any rate, just things to think about as you get to advance in your game. So, okay, they come back with a club. This time it's not necessarily suit preference, low asking for a diamond next time. It's just a play. You must go up with your ace. Now, take a look at your south hand at trick 1, and you saw that you would have had 5 losers there. So you need to have a couple that you're going to have to pitch on the hearts or do some roughing or something. So yeah, go up with your ace. You can even make an over trick. That's what that plus means there. If you play a 10 or a 9 as a loser play, you're not going to make your contract even. So, okay, that's a big important play there. And nothing you can do over here. You would have over-roughed with the jack if they had played the 10. You would have ultimately set them. Play a 2 of diamonds. You don't have any interest in that suit. I suppose you could play a 9 of hearts. But with all these hearts anyway, you know that hearts are going to come soon enough. All right, so the 10 is played from the south hand, and we're in the dummy's hand. And, well, I would think that you might want to consider the choice between pulling trump, roughings, your final club, but there's no reason to do that, right, because the queen has been promoted, so forget that, or playing the heart. Now, this North decides to play a spade. I'm going for a finesse. Remember, Victor Molo's the hideous hog is like, expect them all to work, but they, first of all, play the queen to see if they could maybe drop a singleton jack, perhaps, not likely. And that was a winning play. They can still make game, but if they had played low, they could get an over trick, as it turns out. Not that we always know the best play. I think I would have played a top heart, though, wouldn't you? Yeah. If East has got the ace, they might not know whether they should take it. You might be void, and then they'd be sorry because there's entries back to the dummy. So I think the king of hearts would have been a better play, but this declare didn't go for that strategy. So you might not lose any hearts if they don't cover that ace the first time, thinking that it might be a void. Okay, so we've won the queen, and yeah, we can go ahead and get back to the dummy with that queen of diamonds. We have 4 and 3 is a 7. It doesn't look like they're picking on the suit like anybody's really short, so it should go around at least 1 or 2 times. So, okay, we're in the dummy now, and we can go ahead and play a round, second try for a finesse. But you see what's happened? We don't have a lot of entries to the dummy. In fact, we've only got 1 entry is now for that heart, but if they go up with the ace, we have no entries back to the dummy. So that was not our best line of play. At any rate, when we played the 9, and this time we went for the finesse, it did work. So at least one thing worked well there, although we didn't have our best line of play. A diamond up to our king or ace. We got to pull trump. There's 1 more trump out, right? So we're going to play our top spade, and it falls. The jack is held by East. Okay, so at this point we can go ahead and play our top diamond. Go ahead and play a heart, see if they cover it. They sure will with the ace. They come back in a heart, but no matter. We can win it and throw our club or rough in. Either way, we've got our game, but we didn't get that over trick. So going back to the bidding, 1 spade, temporizing 2 diamonds, tough rebid, 3 diamonds or 3 clubs. Either way, your partner fortunately is going to go to 4 spades. Life is good, and the line of play, ace from ace king. And we saw that on that third play, after the ace and the king, Nice to play that third one. If you don't go up with that ace, if you were to play the 10 or something like that, or the 9, is that they can win it with the jack. And you can see where this is going to go, is that they can now play that ace of hearts. And from here on, you've got them set. You've already got east-west 4 tricks. That is that. Okay, let's try another hand. Now we're going to get into some of these situations where we've got entries, and we're going to take a look at suit distributions. Okay, see you there. Well, okay, bridge thrill seekers. Yes, we all want to get to the table, right, and start playing some of these hands. Likewise. So we'll go ahead and wrap this up now. In our next episode on another day, we'll go ahead and have some more bidding scenarios and play some more hands. We're just kind of getting warmed up to speed with some of these, and when it gets to something like reverses, if you don't have partnership agreements, if you're not at that level, don't worry about it. Just kind of be aware of them. But if you're up to that point, you might want to say, partner, are we playing shape showing? Are we showing extra values when I make a reverse by starting with hearts and going into spades, and so on? So, as always, know yourself and know thy partner, right? Okay, well, thanks for coming to this section. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode, the next segment, where we go ahead and start playing some of these 2-over-1 hands using our standard American bidding system, and I'll see you at the table. As always, thanks for coming. See you over there.